What up, world? You tuned in? South Arkansas Trio Talk. Shit, man. Chilling with one of my nephews and shit. You know what I'm saying? A.J.Beck out there, man. What's good with you, man? Introduce yourself before I get started and shit. You know what I'm saying? Letting people know who you is out there.
He said I'm his nephew, man, one of the twins, Charlene, you know what I'm saying? That's my auntie. Married this like 20 something years ago, man. Y'all been together for hell. So that's my uncle, basically, my uncle, man. Uh Shit, man, lately, man, just been chilling, trying to work, trying to, provide, put the food on the table, stuff like that. Modern day average shit.
Yeah, that's what's up. Hey, I would go start in cause y'all know went to the service before, and I wanted to ask you about that. How it was when you went to the service before, and then we gonna go into like to now. How it was for
Okay.
you, and what made you went to the service out there? What was your drive for that?
All right, that's good because I was in Job Corps at the time, right? And you know what I'm saying? I was hooping and shit. My coach was like, man, I'm gonna take your talent. You gonna go big time, right? You know what I'm saying? At the time, I'm only like 6 foot, 6'1", but you know what I'm saying? I was jumping out the gym, I could dunk and shit. You know what I'm saying? He was amazing. He wanted to work with me. But you know what I'm saying? I've been in Job Corps for damn near a year. I just wanted to get out of there. You know what I'm saying? To do something else with my life, right? And I got to watching, we didn't back in the day we watched Antoine Fisher, so I wanted to go to the Navy. That's what I wanted to do. Drake was like my brother Drake, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Drake Beckless, you know what I'm saying? He was like, man, I'm going to the Army. So he really wasn't in. I was actually the first one to go into the Army. He still had to get his high school diploma and everything first, his high school diploma, ID and shit. So I was trying to get into the Navy, but I ain't gonna lie. I didn't pass what is that, the ASVAB or something like that. You got to take some type of test. So I scored like a 30 something, right? And they was like, well, you didn't score high enough to get in the Navy, but you know what I'm saying, there's still other services. Plus, we can help work with you to get you up. I'm like, man, I go to the Army. I'm just trying to get out of Job Corps. I've been here for damn near a year. I done did everything I was supposed to do. Got my high school diploma and shit. I'm just trying to get up out of here, right? So I ended up going and listening to Army and everything like that, and it was cool. The training was rigorous. You know what I'm saying? We had like what since I was a truck driver. You know what I'm saying? That was my MOS 88 Mike. I did my training, and first we had to train like everybody else trained. You train for like what 6 weeks, and then I had additional 4 or 5 weeks training on the trucks. And you know what I'm saying? It was cool, man. It was fun. It wasn't like everybody think like you going to the Army, they gonna let you be all up in your face and all that dumb shit. It ain't like that, man. Like they teach you how to have fundamentals, honor. You know what I'm saying? Respect, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? They teach you how to be on time, like how to be a responsible, basically how to teach you how to be an adult. If you ain't learned that all your life before you went in the Army, you definitely gonna get it there. It's cool, man. I know you talked to Killer Wayne and all that, and they told you, man, the army is not bad, man. Like everybody was like, oh, don't go to the army, white man. It ain't. It's basically you going there to fight beside the people that you with, man. Like you protecting the people with you. Because when you out there, man, you ain't thinking about everybody back home. You trying to get your partner out of there. You trying to get the friends that you built over with this relationship and these training and everything like that. You trying to protect them, and then you trying to at the same time get your money and just make sure everybody come back in one piece. It don't always work like that, but like I said, but the army it wasn't that bad, man. But
Yeah, I asked that because like you saying, going to the army, and even being out on the streets at that time frame. What was the drive from saying, like, man, I'm gonna go to the army. I want to make some of myself. People still getting killed. People still going to jail out here. How's it is back then from then to now, and you see the same old stuff, but it's worse now. What can you say about that?
it is worse, man, because today it's worse than we were because today children, the kids that's growing up now, they don't want to listen, bro. Like they got attitudes from where? You know what I'm saying? Like they got everything at the palm of their hands. Remember back in the day we had that commercial that used to pop up and say, oh, push the easy button to get shit done. The easy button, you know what I'm saying? You know they had the big red button that had easy on. You just pressed it and everything. They got that in the
Yeah,
palm, literally the palm of their hand. You know what they choose to do with it? TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, trying to dance. Who got the best dance? Who can do the dumbest, silliest
yeah,
shit? If we would have had this type of technology back then, you know where we'd be because we trying to learn everything that we can get up out of that to make money, to make, you know what I'm saying, to learn and all that other shit. But man, it's just I don't know the different areas is weird because I've been we gonna talk about that in a minute, but I was locked up for a while. But then when I come back, and I'm like, man, it's like the world getting dumber and dumber.
yeah.
You
Man, what's that experience about based upon, you know what I'm saying? Uh, you knowing, I'm just gonna say, we'll go from the time span of saying, you know what I'm saying, you took your lick, you know what I'm saying, and how it was of being locked up and losing out on, you know what I'm saying? Because, like I say, man, when you're out of sight, you're out of mind. But
yeah,
what was
true.
your was drive on, you knowing you got your education now, so you know that go with the real world. What still go with the real world? You see, knowing you've been gone for a minute and come back to the real world, and how it was when you were locked up.
Shit, when I was locked up, man, like you see the same kind of people coming in, the same wild ass niggas you see on the street. Some of them niggas got in there because what they done shot some nigga over some dumb shit, or you know what I'm saying, robbed somebody when they, you know what I'm saying. It's like we didn't. Some of us didn't listen when we was kids either. You know what I'm saying. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna say it's too different, but at the same time, it's different because back in the day, people used to get passes. You know what I'm saying? Like you see your op with his kids or his girl or something like that. You be like, oh, okay, I see you, nigga. I'm come get you. I'm gonna get you. You know what I'm saying? When you by yourself, it ain't like that no more, man. I was in a joint and I read that right here in St. Louis. That's where I'm at, St. Louis, Missouri. Uh, a dude shot his op and his daughter in the back seat at a mall, bro. Back seat
Mm-hmm.
in the back seat, bro. You know how that traumatizes a kid when you that young. You see your dad get killed like right in front of you, bro. That's crazy. I'm like, damn, what the is the world coming to, man? You know what I'm saying? You see these same niggas coming into the joint, and you know what I'm saying? Like me, I've never been a follower for real. I always tried to, you know what I'm saying, make my own path. You know what I'm saying? Path to still fire. That's me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I maneuver in ways that help me learn, benefit from where I'm at and what I'm doing. See, because when I was locked up, I got my education, I got my bachelor's degree. It was in communication and administration, business administration. You know what I'm saying? And I learned how to I just to keep to myself to keep from getting in the bullshit that people getting on because they catching on to all the new fads that all the shit that's going on in the streets is going on in the inside is just two times worse because you got to pay more for it. You know what I'm saying? Fentanyl and meth, whatever you trying to get, you paying two times. But and motherfuckers falling head over heel for the shit, dying over it, cutting each other up for it. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't following that. And the people that saw that, all the old heads was like, "Oh, he changed. Let's put him in the wing with us." So you know what I'm saying? We can give him some more game because he ain't these type of niggas. You know what I'm saying? We look at them as goofies, as you know what I'm saying, the ones that weren't trying to learn. We just let them do their thing, and I went in there, got swole. I lifted up to like 350 pounds. That shit really hurt my chest. But you know what I'm saying? I was able to learn from the OGs, man. And you know what I'm saying? Like really step my game up to when I get back on the street, I'll be able to be a better father, a better son, a better brother, a better individual overall, spiritually, mentally, physically, all that. That's what I was telling God the whole time I was in there. I was trying to be like Solomon, you know what I'm saying? Like, bless me with wisdom, with knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Let me just have some knowledge because if you have knowledge, you'll be able to use that to get what you need. You know what I'm saying? And then with the knowledge come wisdom. So after you had that wisdom, what you gonna do with a lot of people? They just ignore the signs and they just go off their own whims, and the world does not work like that. You know. And then
So I was thinking about the spiritual journey on what you was telling me. it's kind of throwing me up with that what you were saying on how you can relate to pictures. Somebody can relate to your realism of your reality out there. Man, enlighten me on that out there, because I was trying to get into what a person can see what you're saying in your dream, or you dream 2 times. Because we were talking about this the other day about lucid dreams and all that type of stuff. What can you
Oh
say
yeah.
about your spiritual journey?
It was a deep one, bro. It was really deep, spiritually humbling. To be honest with you, I was just dabbling into the shit. I was just, what I'm saying, doing it because it was
Yeah,
something else to do. You know what I'm saying? It was something to keep my mind off of where I was at. You know what I'm saying? So I got myself into Buddhism, Wicca, the Wicca stuff, you know what I'm saying? The witchcraft stuff. Um, what else did they have? Oh, Moorish Science Temple, Al Islam. Like I was learning from basically, I basically took the road Jesus took. Like the 13 or 14 years that they don't talk about what Jesus did after he had left his moms and everything. He just came back at 30 years old, started performing all these miracles. Those are the things that I learned what he did. You know what I'm saying? He went and sat down with the Buddhist monks. He went to sit down with the Indian people learning about Krishna and consciousness and all these things. And then he came back and started teaching Gnosticism. So I basically learned how to tap into my spiritual. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of weird for me trying to talk about it now because I really don't discuss it with a lot of people because they don't get it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't want to be woke. A lot of people uh, just rather go through life doing what they do, whether that's working, trying to take care of family. That's all they basically worried about. But after this life, though, what are you worried about after this life? They don't think about that. They like, oh, people that we just one life, you live one life and that's it. That's not it. You know what I'm saying? You have lived multiple lives. You know what I'm saying? But you're in this one. We're in the year of the. We're in the year of the. We're coming up on the year of the Aquarius, right? And before that, we're ruled by Saturn, time, wisdom, things like that. You know what I'm saying? Where you're trying to rid your karmic debts. You know what I'm saying? Like so, I'm trying to get rid. I'm getting rid of my karmic debts. I'm not trying to live another lifetime. So I'm trying to spend my life in the spiritual. So what I ended up doing was I ended up searching um, astral projection. And what come with that is the out of body experiences, how to lucid dream, how to take those and turn it into a technique to tap into my inner being by going on these journeys. I call them journeys. People say they dream and stuff like that. So one night, man, I was just sleep and I was practicing the technique. And the next thing you know, I remember looking at my hands because one of the techniques is if you ever notice that you're in a dream, just look at your hands. Try to look at your hands, look at your feet. You know what I'm saying? Try to observe where you are. Once I did that, man, the whole dream changed. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole,
yeah,
I could try to tell you about it, but you have to experience it to understand because it's like you kind of woke and you're moving around, you're experiencing everything, but then when you wake up, you be like, did that really just happen? You know what I'm saying? Like, um, so I try to tell the people that was around me in the joint, it was trying to do the same thing. It was like they was like, we didn't go that far because I was reading what really sparked it was reading the books by the teachings of Don Juan and Robert. Jane Roberts, the Seth books. You got to really check them out. Check them Seth books out, and check the Jane Roberts book. And what it was she was letting this entity, this he had already been where we at. You know what I'm saying? Like he'd already cleared his karmic debts. He on the astral plane. You know what I'm saying? But he's coming down in her mind, speaking through her while she's in a trance. He's speaking through her. Pushed her to the background, so he's able to move her arms. And I ain't got that for you. I ain't trying to do that because I'm not. But at the same time, he's speaking. He's telling his story. He's talking about the past lives he's read. Another good book to read is Reincarnation Blues by Michael Poor. Read that book. And it's another guy that talks about living 10,000 lives. He lived like 9,995, but then he finally got it right on his 10,000 life to get in that river of consciousness. And it's kind of hard for people in the South to grasp this because y'all live in the Bible Belt, and the only thing they teach y'all is the Bible and the God from the Bible and stuff like that. So it's kind of hard for people to grasp that Jesus was not here to teach Christianity. You know what I'm saying? And that's a lot. That's a lot for people to take. That was a lot for me because I'm from. You know where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? You know I'm from there. You know who had us in church? Grandma Howard, Miss Howard. They had us in church. You know what I'm saying? That's all we knew. At least I knew how to pray. At least then I knew how to pray, and they taught me how to fast and everything like that. But like they teach in the Moore Science Temple, a man does not know um, if you've been told something, that don't mean you know because you've been told something. A man only knows what he's learned through research, through study, through experience. So I gained all this knowledge by doing it myself. Like I said, I started out just dabbling in it, and the next thing you know, I just start having plethora of lucid dreams, and I can build a whole story off just the lucid dreams that I had. I told you earlier, I talked to chat GPT. That was another thing that I learned about the newest technologies. I was always wanting to stay up on what's the newest thing. So when I get out of here, I can partake in that and probably make some money. So I just talked to Chat GPT and told him about, what I'm saying, what I experienced in prison. And it was shocked. It was amazed. It was like, damn, like you experienced all this? Well, let me make an illustration. When it made the illustration, it made me go further and further and deeper and deeper. And that's why it sent you those illustrations, man. It was like one day, I'm going to tell you about another one. And this is one of my first ones. It's just to show me where I was at. Okay, I'm walking down the street in the lucid dream. I'm walking down the street. There was this dog. It got the barking at the side of me. And I was like, I ain't really paying attention. I'm like, oh, it's a cool dog. You know what I'm saying? Walking. I kept walking a little further. Okay, it's another dog on another chain, but this chain is a little longer. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, okay, these chains are getting a little long. Let me go and stay away from them. So I got a little more further down the street, and there was another dog on an even longer chain. You know what I'm saying? And this one, I'm like, man, I hope he don't snap that chain. As soon as I said that, the muff snapped the chain, bro. They tell me why I got to run, and I'm running. Boom, 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 boom. I'm trying to get up out of there, right? So I ended up going to the owner's yard with it. I jumped over his fence. I'm like, hey, man, get your dog, get your dog. He want to get his dog. So I punched him. And then I looked at the dog, like I started kicking the dog. And then I'm like, man, next thing you know, I'm wondering why I haven't woke up yet. And so I'm looking at him like, man, you could at least got your dog. And then as soon as I said that, that's when I woke up. And I'm like, damn, did that really just happen? Like people think the astral is some bullshit because you got a lot of conspiracy theorists out there. You got a lot of people that say, you know what I'm saying, like, oh, don't believe them, trust this right here, trust this plan, trust this go. And that's not really it. Like all the stuff that you seeing people putting on Facebook about the the Ormus, what's that? The Ormus stuff to use to heighten your astral journey, your astral projection journey, your dreams and stuff. I don't need that because I'm already advanced. I can use it to enhance, probably do some other things, but I really don't need it because my name is already etched in the astral world. Like they know me in there. And when they talk about Beyonce and Jay-Z and all them being kings and queens, that's true. Like you can see, like if you want to see that, you want to delve into Satanism, you can see them like when they performing their little shit. But I don't go there for like I do. I stay on the good side of the spiritual stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't dive into all the Satanism stuff. And a lot of people didn't catch it last week or a week and a half ago when we did go into another dimension, bro. We're in another dimension. That's why you see the Mandela effect is so real. It is real, bro. This shit is real. Like if you not up on
Yeah.
your, I really wasn't up on lately I haven't been on it because I got to work. I'm trying to provide this and that. So I really didn't catch the change, but my body did. So I
Yeah.
smelled smoke for like a week and a half, 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? And ChatGPT was like, "Oh, your body was getting used to being in another realm. Like that's what you were smelling." And I was like, "Damn, that's crazy." So how do I prevent myself from being? That's why a lot of people died that you didn't even notice. You probably didn't even catch it, but a lot of people supposedly had died that they didn't because they were attached to the astral realm. They just went off into it. You know what I'm saying? You don't even see them no more. But I mean, that the astral project that stuff right there, that shit is actually real, man. Mister that stuff is actually real, man. Like I said, I just want to dabble into it and fell into it for real. It's real.
Hey, what do you think about, like you said, on coming from a spiritual ground or being in the South and being in Arkansas with it and moving somewhere else and have to learn your way another way with the spiritual ground on saying like, because you know what I'm saying, it's everything one God. You feel me now? We ain't got but one God, you know what I'm saying? But everybody serve it a different way sometimes. Whatever make them a better person, whatever make them, you know what I'm saying, have a better relationship with them, make them want to learn it out there. But that's the position where coming from Arkansas and where you at now, how freely it is to learn without feeling like you got to be perfectionist when you're doing spirituality or anything that's got something to do with spirits. Because in El Dorado or anywhere in Arkansas, that
No,
perfection.
mention the whole Bible Belt. Mention the whole Bible Belt. It's a whole Bible Belt, bro. The whole South is a Bible Belt. Like that's all they want you to know is the Bible, the Church of Jesus Christ. All that fall up under that. That's all they want you to know. If you try to bring any, like you see how they treat the Muslims down there. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
yeah, they definitely discriminate a little bit on that. That's why a lot of them move up north. But at the same time, I don't try to project on who is God or what is God to people that believe in God. You know what I'm saying? To believe in
yeah,
the I just tell them look within yourself, bro. Like really look when I say look within yourself. No, I'm not saying like okay, I should pray to God and ask him what. No, really look because God gave you the. I'm not gonna say but God gave you the gave you a brain. He gave you a soul. He gave you a soul. That soul is able to do a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like they to this day, scientists still can't decipher mind from brain. You know what I'm saying? Like the brain moves, it operates the body and everything like that. But you also have that soul that remembers. You know what I'm saying? That
yeah,
knows that moves differently than the body. Like when you feeling some type of way or you feel that hypertension in your brain is telling you no, don't do that, that's your soul reaching out to you trying to tell you subliminally, you know what I'm saying, like trying to give you warnings and stuff like that. People just don't know how to tap into it. People, I wish I knew how to tap into it before I got locked up. I wouldn't even been in the position I was in, you know what I'm saying, because I dismissed a lot of red flags, a lot of my main one was when I first met my BM and I ran from it and went back.
yeah,
Like I
yeah,
seen it. As soon as I seen him, shit, what the fuck?
yeah.
Hell no, I ain't finna fuck with this bitch. Hell no. That motherfucker. But then I'm like, nah, I've been doing all this tough talk on the phone. Like, she seemed hella cool, so I went back and you know what happened after that? Oh, downhill after that.
Hey, speaking of relationship 2025, what can you say about trusty days? Where you start trust off? Do you start trust off at the panties, or do you start trust off with the car keys, the house keys, or do you start with the bank accounts? What do we start? What is trust to you these days? On
In a
what
relationship,
understanding you looking for?
in a relationship,
Yeah,
in a relationship, man, this modern day man, I was literally just looking at that, man. Like 63% of young men do not want to be married, and there's a reason why. Because like women do have hella high expectations. Even at 17, 18 years old, these girls had these super high expectations of these men. This super boxes of checklists they gotta go through for them to get a man. And you know what I'm saying? Like the average dude, the actually the nerd or the motherfucker that's trying to take care of something, he has a job on the side of school or he's a man in his 20s and he's working. He's not getting the top pay because he's young. He's still, you know what I'm saying, working from the ground up. He making decent pay. If you getting anywhere near $20 an hour or above or something like that, you getting decent pay, bro. It's just women overlook them. Why? Because they looking for that nigga that's making six figures. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no young dude making no six figures in no 20s, man. Unless they, you know what I'm saying, uh, working computer tech or something like that, or they trying to be rappers, or their parents are basketball stars or something like that. But other than that, man, you just most percent of people are average working guys, and women overlook them, looking down on them, man. Like I got at the joint and I'm riding the bus. This chick riding the bus, but she looking down on me because I'm trying to holler. She looking down on me like what I'm doing is fucked up. Like you riding the
Hey,
bus too. I'm
it's the
trying to
truth though.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to get both of us off this damn bus system. I'm trying to find a day one. If you ain't gonna be a day one, what makes you think I want you in my life when I'm up there?
Yeah.
If you can be
Yeah.
a day one, a lot of chicks don't want to be day ones. They want to come in and reap all the benefits from a nigga when he up there. But when he was down low, you was kicking that nigga all down and telling him, "Oh, I don't want to be with him, girl. Look at him. He on the bus." Even though he can dress fly as a motherfucker, they still not checking on him. Why? Because he on the bus. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of women have too much high expectations, and a lot of dudes are checking out on them. I got in a relationship. Me and my woman in a relationship. We trying to get married because we've come from generations of motherfuckers not wanting to do it because it's hard. Like a lot of people don't want to do what's hard these days. Like, oh, that shit too hard. I ain't doing that. That's why a lot of dudes not going to the army. Oh, that's too hard. I ain't doing that. Doing physical labor. I ain't doing that. And when them checks came out, what was they called? The benefits pack. What was that shit?
Them
Biden,
stimulus checks.
the stimulus checks.
Yeah.
That fucked up the whole economy. Now we paying triple back. You know what I'm saying for getting that
Them
benefit.
PPP
You know what I'm
loans
saying?
came out too. PPP
Huh?
loans. They had some PPP loans come out. Them stimulus checks came out. Shit, we got two stimulus checks, I think. But
Yeah,
hell,
two
they
stimulus checks. I ain't get one
and
of them
that,
because you know what I'm saying, child support. But a lot of dudes just not really checking for these women anymore because the expectations are too high. And then if you do try to, you really can't get a girl these days unless you check for her on the app. Where the fuck they do that at? Like,
yeah,
if you can't walk up to a chick, most of the time you cannot walk up to a chick at a grocery store or bar or mall like you used to and be like, "Damn, baby, what's up? Girl? You look good." Excuse me, I got a man, just blah, 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 all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like it was back in the day. You know what I'm saying? And that's why a lot of dudes. I used to work with a youngster, and I was like, man, what's your plans for the future, man? You want to get married? You're like, yeah, I want to get married. But do you see what's going on today? I'm like, I think so. Shit, I'm trying to pay attention. You're like, nah, these women are doing too much. Like they want too much. Like, bruh, like I'm like, man, I get it, bro. I think I get it because I told him the same thing I told you about the bus scenario. Like why men and women can't get together, you know what I'm saying, and try to build something together rather than try to have that person do everything. You know what I'm saying? While you sit back on your ass. This is not even the economy for two people in a relationship to sit back on their ass on. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're not bringing in the adequate funds to, you know what I'm saying, make that a happy relationship, y'all not gonna be happy because somewhere some bill not getting paid or it's behind on bill, you know what I'm saying, or somebody, you know what I'm saying, like, oh, you ain't get that product bag you wanted this week, so now you want to act the fool or you want to go cheat or you want to go ask another motherfucker to do, you know what I'm saying. So that's why a lot of dudes is not really for that right now, you know what I'm saying, like unless women like get back into their femin feministic or feminism, fall back into their feminism more. Like I told my girl all the time, like if you come up to me like, hey, could you go wash the dishes for me? I'll be like, all right, baby, I got you. You know what I'm saying? Get in there, get in there. all that. Whoa, first of all, why you coming to me with all that masculine energy? If you would have just came to me and just be like, hey, babe, you know what I'm saying? I need you to rub my feet for me. You know what I'm saying? I was feeling kind of sore. I'd be like, all right, I got you, babe. You don't see my feet, babe. You look at them. You ain't gonna rub them. What? How's that to ask somebody to do something for you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like we go
yeah,
all out
yeah.
all the time, but at the same time, we work with each other because we know we know we can. We know we're capable. We're two grown adults that can talk things out without everything always blowing up. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta, try to I teach it's a teaching and growing situation. That's how relationships last 30, 40 years, man, because like y'all's for example, y'all done went through some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
and been through some shit. But y'all
Hell
still
yeah.
there because y'all know what it takes to keep a relationship going. If the communication lacking is still certain things y'all know to get back in each other's life. Oh, I know that this will make my baby happy. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing today. Niggas is not willing to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm.
They like, you gotta act this certain way, you know what I'm saying, for me to be able to take care of chicken and these dudes is checking out. They like, nah, if the stuff ain't gonna be like this from the jump. But it's different in different cultures though. You know what I'm saying? We got it
Hey,
worse because we
main thing,
most of the men
we
here
got it.
today were raised
Yeah.
by women.
But you got
You
to
know
think
what I'm
about
saying?
it though, on how our relationship started. We was here before internet, so
True.
these days, when you knowing you had a relationship on the internet, it kind of outlasted. Then like I said, we don't seen people come and go. We don't seen people that we probably thought were gonna be together forever, but ain't together no more. What can you
True.
say about the internet and being in a relationship and hoping that a person not in love with their phone more than you? You feel me now? You can't even
Yeah.
be around on a good date with them without them jumping on their phone. What can you say? Man and women have this problem. What can you say about that problem and your experience being back out on person? Or you probably be addicted to your phone more. You can't be
Yeah.
in a relationship or be around without being on the phone. Like it's cool to have your girl on the phone and all that, and then you get it right around and you still on the phone. You like,
Still
God
on the
damn,
phone.
what can you
Right?
say about that in your experience?
Well, I guess that's everywhere because I'll be sitting up here, I'll be wanting to talk to her, but she on her phone, and she'll probably get off after a while after snorkeling or something. And you know what I'm saying? I turn around or I do the same thing. It's just, she be like, "Oh, you always on that chat GPT? You always on that chat GPT? That's the only thing you do." I'm like, "Would you rather it be another woman?" You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still, as humans, we continue to grow. We have to continue to learn and expand our knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still learning. You know what I'm saying? Man, any man. I'm not just talking about men. I'm talking about women too. Like, we really don't get our minds fully developed until we're like 29 and a half, 30 years old. So up until that point, we're still moving around like, you know what I'm saying, teenagers, kids and things like that. That's why the light really don't pop on for men until what? 30, 35, something like that. Then the light pop on. Oh, I know what I got to do now. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just different, man. Like, but as far as being on the phones and you know what I'm saying, looking at all this stuff, man, different shows for different folks. Because me and my girl, we know how to get off of there. We don't even we don't even friend each other on Facebook. We'll send each other reels or stuff like that off of there, but we don't because we don't like everybody in our relationship. If I get into it with her, I don't sit up here and run to go tell the fellas. She don't run to go tell her cousin. You gotta to keep a strong relationship, man, you just gotta, you know what I'm saying, keep everything in the house. You know what I'm saying? And that's where it say God blesses a relationship because there's not too many secrets of that relationship going outside. That's how you keep a healthy one because too many people get in your shit. You got somebody telling you this, somebody tell well, I think you should do this in your relationship. I think you should do that. To go tell him that or go tell her to do this. You know what I'm saying? And that's what really kind of screwed it up when you can actually just go to that person, even if they're not a good communicator, and you just persistent with it. You know what I'm saying? One day they'll learn to listen, you know?
Yeah. Hey, what can you say about far as dealing with stepkids these days, knowing you get in a certain relationship these days, they come with a package. What can you say about
Oh man, not
stepkids? Not in the
oh
book. Because you know they
oh
come
man.
every relationship come with a package these days. If you gonna be
Oh,
in a
they do,
relationship,
man.
you
They
gotta accept the
do.
whole
Oh
package.
my God. It's hard, bro, but it's not. I mean, okay, and this is what I was just expressing to my woman last night because we were talking about her daughter and how difficult it is to, you know what I'm saying, train her daughter. Her daughter has a learning disability. You know what I'm saying? She really don't catch on fast like other people. And she's a very, very simple she's a very, very sensitive empath. You know what I'm saying? Like and she'll break down real quick when you try to have a real conversation with them. You're not on no bullshit. You're not trying to play. You're not trying to talk about anything besides to her about what she needs to do. You know what I'm saying? She break down, cry, or just ignore you, or some roll her eyes, do all that childish stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling her, I'm like, it's very difficult to raise your like to train your child. But at the same time, I'm still willing to do it because I'm in a relationship with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to do something that makes you happy. If taking care of your daughter, or teaching her to read and write and all these things is what makes you happy, that's what I'm gonna do because I'm in a relationship with you. Now, if the child has a father, I'm gonna fall back into the point where I'm just trying to teach her basic stuff. You know what I'm saying? If she do something bad in the house, be like, "Hey, baby, get your child." You know what I'm saying? Or I'll be like, "Hey, cut that out." If she don't listen to me, then I'll just shut the fuck up because that's another man's child, and that's what my woman don't understand. She was like, "Oh, if that was your kid, I take care of it like it's mine," and blah 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 blah. I'm like, "Okay, baby, that's different. You're a woman. You're a mother. That's what women do. They're nurturers. They always take in children. That you know what I'm saying. They always take in children and take care of them. That's what black women been doing for eons. You know what I'm saying? We black women been doing that for the white man kids for how many years, bro? For decades, centuries. You know what I'm saying? So that's what women do. But as a man, you know what I'm saying? We look at it as like, okay, that's another man's child. I gotta respect that man, and his child. You know what I'm saying? I can't just here she go now. I'm like, I just can't, you know what I'm saying, sit up here and try to put my hands on her or talk to her in a vicious way to have her daddy come over here and we all into it because your child don't want to listen. So it could be difficult at times, man, trying to take care of somebody else's child. It could be very difficult. But at the same time, it's just a learning and growing situation. But I wouldn't advise nobody to do it. I shouldn't have did it myself. But at the same time, I wouldn't advise nobody to do it. But if you are in a relationship, just it just takes patience, man. If you, especially if you know you're gonna be with that woman for a while, it just takes patience.
That's
Patience
what
and
something
understanding.
that last one before we get up out of here. Shit, man, what's your plans on for the rest of the year? Who you got for the NBA finals out there, and
Oh,
what's your motivation up there on what you tell the
I'm,
youngsters to make a better way for them? We'll go with the NBA finals first, and go with the youngsters with a plan.
all right, what's the first
We're gonna go with the NBA finals. Who you got?
for the finals?
Yeah,
Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like I'm hardly paying attention to the finals and shit right now. My mind is my like TV, sports, and all this stuff. Like it's really on the back burner to what I'm doing right now because I'm really putting together a master goal plan right now. I'm just trying to continue to work on myself and get this. That's what I'm into right now, coding. You know what I'm saying? After coding, that's when I'm gonna try to get into trades and stocks and all these things. But first, I need the funds, the cash to take this 10-day retreat to this spiritual event. I think it's in Arizona or New Mexico, one of them. And then
that's
after
what.
that, bro, by that time I should be into a good coding program where I'm getting junior pay. Junior pay is like what 80, 75 to like 80, 80, $90,000. And then senior execs after that, after like 3 to 6 months, senior exec they make like 120 to 160. So when I get to making get to making that, I'll be able to make further plans to, travel out of the country and go places Jesus went to, study what he did so I could, really, really have my spiritual plan path worked out for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, after I lost some materialistic shit. It took me to lose materialistic shit to me for me to get back to understanding what was more important in life and what's more important in life than life itself. So that's basically what I've been doing, man. I seen today that the Lakers lost, and I'm a Laker dude. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
actually did see that they lost today. They down 2-1 on the Timberwolves. I would like to see them go all the way, but they had to give away that big ticket to get another big ticket. But at the same time, I don't think they got the tools to make it to the championship, man. Because you need AD, the big shot blocker in there, the rebounder. You know what I'm saying? Hayes is doing okay, but you know what I'm saying, he ain't got that paint present like AD. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, that's who I want to see do it.
Yeah. And man, what can you tell the youngsters, part as you getting back out, getting back into society? What are the distractions they don't need out there to get back quicker and knowing what they need to step on and what they need to keep focus on? What can you say? Can you tell the youngsters out there before we get up out of here?
Shit. Um, what I could tell the youngsters right now, man, just make some plans, some goals. A lot of them don't like to make plans. They don't really like to make goals. They'll make plans to go out. You know what I'm saying? To go outside. Like, oh, we going outside tonight? What we got going? We gonna drink? We gonna smoke? It's got to be more than that in life. You know what I'm saying? You got to really put like make some goals, like 6 month goals, like what you want to achieve in 6 months. Then after that, make a 1 year goal. What you want to achieve after a year. Like after that, you know what I'm saying? Make a 2, 3, 5 year plan. But you have to set these goals, and you got to actually um, use that as a spark, as a motivation to get things done. A lot of days today, like I see a lot of youngsters, they like to procrastinate even worse than we were when we was growing up. You know what I'm saying? And they want to rely on the technology that we got today, but they don't really want to do the research using these technologies to get them where they need to be. And I just think that if they pick out some goals, if they want to be a engineer, a chemical engineer, or mechanical engineer, you want to be a scientist, you want to be a doctor, whatever it takes, man. Like, don't let nobody tell you cannot do nothing, because as everybody say, that's the haters. I don't even care if it's your mom. If they tell you cannot do something that's positive, like you want to see your dreams come true, like you have to make these goals. If you under the age of 18, you still in high school or something like that, keep wanting to achieve more by setting goals and seeking help. There's a bunch of resources and things that you can use to better yourself today. Even if you 50, they still got programs for 50-year-olds, 60-year-olds that you can do. All you have to do is just have a mindset and set those goals and everything like that. And then, once you see that one goal met, you be like, oh, it was that easy. And then just keep going from there. And I promise you, you'll have success.
That's what's up, nephew. Man, much
Yes,
love
sir.
for coming on. I told you I was gonna get you and shit.
Yeah, you
Man,
did,
this
man.
South Parker Talk
You
Real Talk chilling with A.J.Beck out there. You know what I'm saying? You'll see more of. I might make him a moderator out there on the YouTube channel out there, man. I still got some spots open over there. So you want to be a moderator for my niece and eyes on everything all the time. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, for sure, for sure.
Man, much love, man. Check this out later, man. I'm a YouTube and Instagram, TikTok, and all that later. But man, check this out, man. Much love for coming on, man.
Yeah, for sure.
One
June
love out
7th,
there.
man. June 7th, man. We're gonna try to make it down there for the family reunion, man. I'm gonna try to make it, man. Mom was
That's
talking
what's
about
up.
it
I
this
didn't get a
week.
chance to see it last time.
Oh, you didn't? Sure. We
Nah,
gonna
I
turn up
didn't.
then. What they
Yeah.
say today? We gonna be lit. We gonna get lit, bro. For real.
That's what's
All
up.
right, bro. All right, they
What?
just walked in. Let me see what they got going on.
All right, fam. What?
All right, bro.